Look, speaking of these shots being fired, the chat is already popping off about this topic. We got to get to it. There was some drama. There was some shots fired at the creator of this show, Emmanuel Acho. I'm going to let you go ahead and take it, man. Let you address what you need to address.
I don't want to have to do what I'm about to have to do. It's like when you give your child a whooping and you're like, I don't even want to have to do this. That's about to be Matt Barnes. For those that lack the context, here's what Matt Barnes had to say about me in the show earlier.
The media that is trying to jump the bandwagon now, that we're talking all kinds of shit like Emmanuel Acho.
If your talent does not match your distraction, then they will not make room for you.
And some of you other motherfuckers that are trying to do amazing breakdowns now about how good Shedeur is, and we knew this was gonna be this, when a month ago you were talking shit and screaming and loud and wrong.
If he wasn't black, I don't think he would have acted like this. You feel me? Because the culturally. But for real though,
yo,
like what white people don't, what white person carries himself like Shedeur?
Jackson Dart got some swag to him though.
So that Baker Mayfield or Johnny Manziel bravado that they got away with their whole careers, their rah-rah shit is okay because it's them, but let a confident young black man come in with the same confidence, someone who was raised for this, was trained for this, and it's arrogant. So all you motherfuckers, there's probably about 5 of us. Maybe I'll go to the second hand. I'm gonna say maybe I didn't see her. Maybe there was 10 of us that have been riding with this Sanders family from the jump, and now that Shedeur's doing this thing, all you punk asses stay on that side you pick, because we're not accepting no new entries. I talked to Dion. He said I can be in charge of the fan club. Fuck all y'all.
Wow.
Next subject.
We good there. Let me clarify some things. I'm not a fan or in a fan club. I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to win cash while watching sports than PrizePicks. Football season is here and basketball season is here, so there's absolutely no better time to join. It's super easy to use. To create a lineup, all you got to do, select a few player stats, pick more or less. That's literally it. PrizePicks is available in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Georgia. But my favorite thing, PrizePicks is going to give you $50 in lineups when you make your first $5 lineup. What's that mean? Win or lose, you get $50 in lineups for free. Just download the app and use promo code Speakeasy today. $5 gets you $50 in lineups. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. I'm an analyst, but I come with receipts. He said he been riding with Shedeur since the beginning. I did my homework. When's the first time Matt Barnes said anything about Shedeur Sanders on social media? 9/21/24. Wow, great throw, Shedeur. Riveting analysis, by the way. Let's check the receipts of when Emmanuel Acho, the bandwagon fan, started talking about Shedeur. I came with receipts. 9/2/2023, prime, legendary, Shedeur, top tier. Keep it rolling. 9/16/2023, a whole year sooner. Shedeur, great. Moxie, poise, guts. Shedeur is him. Phenomenal performance. Top tier quarterback. Eyes downfield. I'm doing breakdowns. This is still before Matt Barnes has ever noticed Shedeur. Ignore the engagement tweet. Shedeur is him. Less debate, more discussion. Let's talk Shedeur. Shedeur Sanders a dog. Doing things in the NFL already at a college level. 2 players have never been more directly correlated to success than Shedeur and Travis Hunter. Keep it going. This is not edited. Not edited. Shedeur is doing NFL stuff quarterbacks in NFL can't even do well. Good morning, beautiful people. 2 things are undeniably true. Deion Sanders can coach and Shedeur Sanders can play. Get rid of that. See, here's the problem. The problem is when you're accustomed to a lie and people lying about you, even the truth sounds like hate. I don't placate. I speak from revelation. I don't speak for response. But here's what frustrates me, is the reason that oftentimes black people are perceived as a monolith is because the moment you have somebody that has an opinion that might differ from the norm, they're ostracized. And instead of having a group of collaborative free thinkers, we're blindly led as sheep with the shepherd. Well, in this case, it's a shepherd who doesn't know anything about the subject matter in Matt Barnes, and at times Steven Jackson as well. And so we don't have this collaboration of free thinkers. We just blindly are led to slaughter like sheep. Worst part is, when you try to become a friend by offering good information and information that might be correct instruction, you get feedback like this. This was Deion's son. Care Bear, can you show this? In April 2021, I say this, a question that is actually now in retrospect been a pretty good question. Hey, is Jackson Dart actually quarterback number 2 ahead of Shedeur Sanders? You're smart. Watch the tape and see for yourself. I always come with tape and come with film. Bucky, or Deion Sanders Jr., he quote tweets it, and he says, I was blind, but now I see. Listen to the video.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
So
Shut the fuck
I offer a question simply saying, hey, is Jackson Dart actually QB2? Based on the tape, by the way, Jackson Dart got drafted second, and you could also suggest Jackson Dart looks like the best rookie quarterback thus far. But based on the tape, and now Bucky gonna say that to me? Somebody that's been in the Sanders family's corner the entire time? I, as an analyst, had been talking about Shedeur Sanders long before Matt Barnes even knew of Shedeur's existence, at least as a collegiate quarterback, maybe not as Deion Sanders' son. And now you are the gatekeeper both for what is pro-black, and you're also the gatekeeper of what is pro-Shedeur. You're a fan. I'm an analyst. There is a large delta between the two of I, as far as the East is from the West. A large gap between my level of knowledge on football, my level of knowledge of Shedeur as a quarterback, and my level of knowledge of what's actually going on in the NFL and in college basketball. You got to know your role, you got to know your limits, and you got to know your limitations, Matt Barnes. And you're speaking now beyond your limitations. And I will also say this. It's the last thing I'm going to say. Is I'm not a hater when I'm telling truth that you don't necessarily like or agree with. And the dilemma is people don't know the difference between truth and hate. People just run to, let me go here. If we're being honest, Matt and Stat, they do this often. They tether themselves to polarizing black issues that they only tether themselves to because they become polarizing, and they need that to continue to leverage their brand. I never watched a track meet in their life. All of a sudden got a lot to say about Sha'Carri Richardson. You even know what a good 100-meter dash time in women's is? You even know how many events are in a heptathlon? You know how many events are in a decathlon? You even know the difference between the short hurdles and the high hurdles, men and women? No. But you hear, oh, wait, polarizing issue, let me step into the mix. Can you break down cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, 2-man, cover 6? Do you know what cover 6 is? Oh, polarizing black issue, let me enter into the mix. I talk based on film, based on experience, based on legitimate knowledge and credentials. I ain't no hater. I'm just a truth teller.
This is my thing, right? I think a lot of people run with the narrative. Obviously, I would say Shady, I would say Trey have been more pro Shedeur over the course of the season than you. But also, I don't think that means you've been anti Shedeur. I think you have been very subjective. I think you've looked at it from both lenses. You've asked, okay, from the organizational side, what are they seeing? And then from Deion's side, where do you think he could improve? I think even in the clip, whenever he's talking about, I believe it was that your distraction can't be more than what your talent or whatever you put on the field is. That was after the miming incident where he was in the news a lot. We were talking about a guy that was sitting at third string, and we were wondering, hey, man, the frustration with me and Shady, and honestly with you as well, though, was, hey, how do we get to the field the fastest?
Correct.
And that's where I think you were coming from. It was like, hey, bro, you can't be doing that type of stuff if you're sitting at the third string. Also, to the people in the comments acting as if Acho is not pro-black, look at the show you're watching right now.
Brother.
I'm a 27-year-old dude from Dallas, Texas. I dropped out of college. I make content, and I am an employed and well-paid man, a black man, because of Emmanuel Acho. So is Social Trade.
Yep.
TJ's in here. Shady has an opportunity. It just I
got
don't.
A diverse
I
crew
can't.
in the back.
Got
like,
a very diverse crew in the back
play.
as well.
Yeah,
don't play like
yeah.
this is
Very
a show
diverse crew in the back.
owned and operated by a black man, and I won't let y'all sit here and say that the man is not pro-black whenever he is given opportunities to many black men in the room right now. So I can't let y'all do my dog like that, bro.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I agree. I echo everything that you said, Care Bear. To be pro anything is not to be anti the opposite.
Correct.
It can be, but oftentimes those two things are conflated. I consider myself to be very pro-black. That doesn't mean I'm anti-white anything, and you don't have to be. And also, a lot of y'all pro-blackness only extends to y'all cell phone, and that's it. So what Care Bear was saying about Acho actually putting money in people's pockets, making sure families are taken care of and well-fed, is way more than any retweet, post, or like or comment that y'all have on social media. So that's all I got to say. I'm going to keep it brief. But just know.
But the hard part is this. And this is a quick therapy session, if we may.
Please, yeah.
Till you walked in, you didn't know what you was walking
No,
into.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
The hard part is like the reason black people is so often viewed as like a monolith is because the moment somebody speaks out differently, now you ostracize. Now you anti-black.
Yeah, yep.
Like the moment I say, hey, is Jackson Dart QB2? Now it's shut the F up because I asked a question based on tape. Not even just because I asked a question because I was bored. I'm looking at the tape and I'm like, dang.
I don't think it's a bad take based off of how Jackson Dart's come out here and played this
It's
season.
obviously not. It was actually the correct take.
About that though, that was Bucky.
Yep.
Right. And again, when I comment on somebody that I know, I'll let it be known I'm biased.
Yeah.
Like I know Prime. We not super cool, but we cool.
Yeah.
I done been to his house in Texas. He's taking me to Puerto Rico with him. We go to all kind of players. He paid for everything.
Yeah.
And we go to Puerto Rico. And so you do that for me, I'm always in your corner.
Yes, sir.
But I'm gonna let you know that I'm biased. Back to the Bucky thing is, that's his brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I expect him to have his brother's back in that way. He should have it. That's your little brother at that. And so I don't mind it. He was like, why are you questioning it now? He been number 2. And so that type of stuff, I don't mind it. It's just, to me, we know Shedeur is going to be a good quarterback.
Yep.
Had he been drafted where he was supposed to be drafted or where everybody thought he was going to be drafted, this wouldn't even be talked about. Because he would have probably been starting from day one, or it would have been he's going to sit as a rookie. I just look at it as you have to say how you feel.
But
what you see, you can't just kiss ass because
That's
people are going to realize
that's all you do.
He not being honest.
Correct. And my thing, T, is this, is like, if you start turning your friends into your enemies, you left with no more friends. Because when Bucky said, when Deion Sanders Jr., his name is Bucky, when he said that to me, I DM'd him. I said, bro, it's no beef. I sent him a screen. I've had 17 consecutive positive tweets about Shedeur before I ever mentioned Jackson Dart. I say, the moment I mentioned Jackson Dart, now it's shut the F up. I said, bro, I was just in Colorado with all y'all. You was giving me a tour. I got your number. Hit my line. But at the moment you do that, now Acho hates the Sanders family. And then you let lazy individuals like Matt Barnes, and lazy as it pertains to their analysis, you let lazy individuals like Matt Barnes try to create this narrative that, Acho or all these people are haters. It's as though sometimes you're searching for an oppressor that doesn't exist. I'm not the oppressor. If you want to make it Kevin Stefanski, by all means. You want to make it Roger Goodell, have at it. But it sure as heck is not Emmanuel Acho trying to hold Shedeur down.
It's not many people, man, that want to see him fail. There's nobody, at least
Not
the
that look
people
like
I know.
us.
Not correct.
Not
I
that
want
look
to see
like
that
us.
man
Nobody
fail.
in here.
I want to see him succeed. Like,
Yeah.
I'm watching the Cleveland Browns play
Yeah.
because of him.
Yeah.
And so I know he's not talking to me. I'm just saying in general, we want to see him succeed. I know I do.
And I think, and the last thing I'm gonna say is this: is often sometimes our way to want somebody to succeed looks different. I am not a placate all of Shedeur's behavior at any means possible. I'm going to give you the hard truth to try to help you succeed. I would rather be kind than be nice. Being kind is I'm going to be honest even if it offends you. Being nice is I'm just going to say whatever's going to make you feel good. And too often, Matt and Stat, they're nice. They're not kind. They're not honest. They're just nice. They will lie to you and have you continue to perpetuate your ways, even if your ways are detrimental to your own health, detrimental to your own ability, detrimental to your own success in life or in sports or in television.
Yeah,
I'm going to just keep it a buck with you.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest too. Like, that's just me though. That's
No
just
more, no
me.
less.
I just hope nobody come at me like that, because then I'm with it. Straight up.
Look, I will say this though. To play devil's advocate, which is why I think why we got ourselves in this situation. I think previously you have had stances on Shedeur Sanders and how he should operate from the lens of
Management.
I would say from the lens of what you were. You were a late round draft pick. You were a 6th round draft pick, and you're thinking, man, I could never operate the way that he is in some of these aspects, right? I couldn't give these interviews and whatnot, but also at the same time, I think it's a difference of opinion on how he should have operated. But I think the message is always, if you really go back and watch, you really go back and listen, I think the message from Acho really has been, how does Shedeur get to the field faster? Which I think I've taken as hate a lot.
And then how does he stay there the longest?
Yeah.
And then also,
you do play devil's advocate a lot, though. You got to admit that.
I look at things from management perspectives.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you look at things from the perspective of yourself, you're never going to get where the hell you want to get. How can I get where I'm trying to get? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so for me, it's also a matter of like, what is people are giving Shedeur advice that they wouldn't themselves take. I'm giving them legit advice. Like Cam Newton said it today when he saw Phillip Rivers get signed. He was like, people won't sign me because they don't want a distraction. A Shedeur Sanders situation. Same thing. If your distraction outweighs your talent, they won't make room for you. Now that Shedeur's proven his talent, it don't matter the level of distraction. So to me, I don't even try to play devil's advocate with the Shedeur Sanders situation. What I try to play is, Shady, Shedeur's not you. He can't act like you. Stack, Shedeur wasn't you. He can't act like
But
you.
you know what though, Acho? I want everybody to be themselves. But we know as athletes, we know what we can get away with and what we can't get away with.
Yep.
We know that. Now there's just some guys that's just dumb as hell and they just do dumbass shit and they get cut or released or they never make it. But we know what we can get away with. The reason Shedeur is so good, in my opinion, is because of his personality and the way he carries himself with the ultimate self-belief.
Yep.
That makes him.
Facts.
And so I don't want him to change who he is. He not getting in trouble. He not hitting women. He not doing nothing crazy. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, bet. I'm with it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm as happy as ever. I've been watching Shedeur since he was at Trinity Christian, 15 minutes from where I grew up, bro. So like, I don't know. I don't think you're his name. I honestly also I see Acho outside of the show. I don't think he dislikes Shedeur or doesn't want him to succeed
It's
whatsoever.
not even
not on that.
objectively. If you actually look at everything I say, objectively, I don't dislike Shedeur. Like the clip I showed y'all, everything I said was all positive.
I would agree with that.
Like
I would
objectively, I don't dislike Shedeur. Now, if you just follow a lazy clip that you see Matt Barnes post, of course he can convince you that I don't like Shedeur. But again, I had been praising Shedeur for a year before Matt Barnes ever fixed his fingers to type about Shedeur. So like, it's not actually even a question of whether or not I like Shedeur. That's why even giving that oxygen is stupidity. It's not a legitimate question. Now, am I more critical? Of course, because I know what to criticize. Because I know tape. Like, you wouldn't even know what a whole shot in cover 2 is. So you can't criticize it.
And that's the operative word and that's where people get upset, because when you are critical, which is your job as an analyst, but when you're critical, they take that as like, oh well, now he's not on board with him anymore. He doesn't support him. Being critical of somebody is not a lack of support or a disdain for them as a character or who they are as a person. Like, you can still be supportive and be critical. And in fact, I would take it a step further and say, to fully be supportive of someone, you must be critical of them.
You must be.
You have to be.
You feel me?
You can't get better.
But y'all gotta remember, a fan is short for fanatic.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Right.
I am an analyst. Y'all aren't watching this show because we're a bunch of fans in here just giving pom-poms on every single topic.
I'm a fan.
Fair. But the reason y'all actually enjoy this show is because, sure, you have some fans, but you have some analysts. Because we come up here on Tuesdays and we teach them Tuesdays and we break down tape. And when we break down tape, if Shedeur throws a pick, we're going to talk about how bad that pick was. But when Shedeur threw that dot to Isaiah Bond, we're going to talk about that dot as well. When Shedeur threw that bad pick against the Titans, we're going to talk about how bad that pick was. But when Shedeur threw that dot to David Njoku, we're going to talk about that as well. But I don't have pom-poms. It's always facts over feelings in the Speakeasy. If you're looking for pom-poms, go watch All the Smoke.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you.
Bars.
Wow.
We got a lot to get to.
We got a lot to get to. That was a heavy first topic. I'm happy we got through. We got any super chats, Trey? You want to get to? Are you scared to read them?
Some of them I'm not reading.
Okay, got you.
But we do have a couple that I could read. They said, Noel Campos said, I'm helping Trey with his new desk fund. Love it when TJ stops by and drops knowledge. P.S. I knew Stefanski was a hater. They said, Duval, all love from Florida. Acho, you've been more mid on Shedeur, but you've been honest with your opinion. Race is a social construct, so it will never make sense. Ignore the hate. Let me see. Let me screen the rest of these and we'll come back to it, because, y'all tend to get a little crazy in here. They did tell me to make the poll. Ask the chat who think Acho was hating on Shedeur until he started shining.
Did you not look at the
Yeah, you must
You
have
don't
missed
even
the
have to
beginning
ask
of the
the
show.
chat.
Yeah, this is not
You
even a poll.
genuinely, before we go,
we opened the show.
Hold on.
You want to show it again?
One more time. Before we go,
Yeah.
Taylor, run the freaking clip, bro.
Yeah.
And also,
run the clip.
I'll say this while you're showing it. These are from searching the name Shedeur on his Twitter account.
Yeah.
Like
it's not like Shedeur
this
praise
isn't
or
a debate.
yeah.
These
Literally
are all
just
my
searching the name
tweets.
Shedeur, yeah.
Look at the dates. These are
Yeah.
every Saturday. 9/9, 9:16.
Guts, Moxie
Bye week.
boys.
9:30. This is starting quarterback play. 8:29. 8:30. Like you would have to have a brain that does not function at a maximal capacity to look at this and say he hates Shedeur.
Yeah.
Your brain literally can't work. Either your brain don't work, your eyes don't work. Those are the only two things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or your ears. Or your ears.
But
Because
we
you
didn't
give a breakdown. I'm saying, but watching the breakdown, you can
Correct.
listen.
Yeah.
Last one I got, Joshua Stein said, great show. Acho is right. Truth teller and hater not the same thing. What I love about the show is that you let listeners speak. I have enjoyed you all since the, quote, other show. Raiders traded for the wrong backup quarterback in Cleveland. 12 was born for the lights. That's all I got.